news, everyone!
If you do ever have any news, make sure you jump into that Discord, and there's a news channel. You can drop whatever articles you would like. This first one, I gotta see. There's probably nothing. Okay, great. This one was written by apparently AI. Devolver Digital and Massive Monster to host a Cult of the Lamb wedding rituals at PAX Australia. This is weird. Praise the Lamb. Devolver Digital and Massive Monster have announced they will host 2 Cult of the Lamb weddings at this year's PAX Australia in Melbourne. 2. Okay, well, not just one. There's 2. Great. The activity will be titled Unholy Matrimony, a Cult of the Lamb Wedding, and see 2 devoted couples commit their love to each other in front of the Lamb and everyone attending PAX Australia. The 2 weddings will take place at 11 a.m. All right. On Sunday, October 13th, it will be conducted in a faithful life-size replica of Cult of the Lamb Temple featured in the game. Ceremonies will be real and legally binding, recognized by both Victorian government and, more importantly, the Lamb itself. The temple will be located next to the handheld lounge and the entrance to the main theater, so there will be plenty of space for fans attending PAX Australia to come and join the congressional and celebrate the happy couples as they tie the knot. Can you believe this is the world we live in? Where people get to get married in front of their favorite cult leader and video game. I feel like there's just nothing I'm going to even say about this that's going to even compare to what has happened here, but that's a thing. I mean, listen, it know that it's not lost on me that it's happening in Australia. A lot of crazy things happen in Australia. The old classic. So, listen. I wish the best for them. And oh my God, I don't know. This is so crazy. I guess. All right, let me actually bring it back here. Let me be genuine. Listen, if this is what makes them happy, that is awesome. Super, super cool. And it'll be something that, they're never going to forget. And there'll be lots of people who will also never forget, who don't even know these people. But a once in a lifetime thing for 2 couples. Let's move on. All right, let's get into this next one. This is an article by Adam Byrne. Capcom mainstay Hideaki Itsuno announces departure from the company. This is actually pretty crazy. Capcom mainstay Hideaki Itsuno has confirmed his intentions to leave the Japanese developer after over 30 years, with a view to start development on a new game in a new environment in September. Releasing a statement on Twitter, Itsuno-san announced the surprise news by saying, "At the end of August 2024, I'll be leaving Capcom after 30 years and 5 months. Thank you for our long-term support of the games and characters I have been responsible for." Initially cutting his teeth with fighting games such as Star Gladiator and Rival Schools United by Fate, Itsuno-san quickly rose up the ranks within Osaka-based developer, going on to direct the fan-favorite Dreamcast sequel Power Stone 2, before hopping between genres with the likes of One Piece Mansion and Auto Modelista. He then took over as director during the tumultuous development of Devil May Cry 2, and after being unhappy with the final product, requested that he be installed as the director of the next entry from the get-go. Having had his wish granted, Devil May Cry 3 proved to be returned to form for the series, and Itsuno-san remained the director role for every subsequent sequel. More recently, Itsuno-san has been known for his work with the Dragon Dogma series, having directed the second entry, which released earlier this year. Super sad, though. yeah, I was gonna say I kind of knew him from Devil May Cry and stuff, but I didn't know that he was kind of working with part of the Devil May Cry 2, which I know is not good, not well received. But it sounded like that was kind of not because he was there. It kind of sounded like since whenever he got the control and got to work on 3, people really liked 3. So very, very sad, but it sounds like he is not leaving the overall kind of gaming development sphere, but going to work on a new game in a different environment. So best of luck to him. I know Capcom will miss him, but yeah, sometimes the time is right and you just gotta move. You gotta move on, get that voice speaking into different spots. So super sad, but yeah, very, very very cool for him. Oh, all right, let's get into this next one. This is an article by Jez. Sorry, I was gonna go with Jen for some reason, but that N is sideways to make a Z. Jez Corden. They don't care about Enotra, Enotra. They don't care about Enotra. They don't care about you. Jama Games CEO blasts Xbox amid indefinite delays. Man, what a title. I'm just gonna go with Jama. It's gotta be Jama. Jayama. Okay. It's Monday, so that must mean another game must be skipping Xbox. Microsoft hasn't had much luck lately controlling the narrative surrounding its console platform. Microsoft revealed that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming to PlayStation 5 as part of a hype up One More Thing announcement at Gamescom 2024. The snafu fanned flames behind the idea that Microsoft is purposefully undermining its Xbox Series X and S platform, coupled with its no console needed marketing campaign for Xbox Cloud Gaming on Amazon Fire TV sticks. Additionally, wildly successful action Black Myth Wukong grabbed an indefinite delay on Xbox amidst rumors that Xbox competitor PlayStation sniped Black Myth Wukong into some kind of exclusivity deal. This is hot on the tail of various other Xbox games going over to PlayStation, including Sea of Thieves, while big publishers like Capcom skip over Xbox for remastered classic fighter games as well as Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. Ooh, I didn't realize that. People don't give a shit about this Xbox shit. Silent J? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm going with JAMA. And now another game just announced it's skipping Xbox in a pretty spectacular way. Enotria, The Last Song, is an upcoming Souls-like heavily inspired by Italian and European folklore. The game is set to launch on September 19th, 2024 for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PlayStation 5, or at least it was. The game is now exclusively not coming to Xbox Series X and S, per statement on the game's website. Unfortunately, at this time, we have to announce an indefinite delay of our Xbox version. We understand how disappointing this news is to Xbox community. Unfortunately, despite our best effort and the hard work of our dedicated team, we've encountered challenges that have delayed our release on the Xbox platform. We want to emphasize that this is not a decision we made lightly. We apologize for any disappointment this may have caused and sincerely thank you for understanding and patience. As a self-published indie studio, your support means everything to us, and we are dedicated to bring Enotria to as many players as possible. Immediately, the internet began to speculate that the Xbox Series X S is the problem. Last year, Baldur's Gate 3 notoriously skipped over the Xbox Series X and S platform, publicly blaming the Xbox Series S and Microsoft's feature parity clause for the delay. Microsoft eventually relented on the parity policy for the game's local co-op capabilities. The less powerful but more affordable Xbox Series S has often been the topic of controversy with regards to optimizing for current gen systems. However, the developer seems to suggest that the Xbox Series S was, in fact, not to blame on their Discord server, community server. Instead, they blame Microsoft itself. So they're specifically saying that Xbox has a clause that you have to put their games on both the X and the S if you make them. That is insanity. What the fuck is their problem? On our systems, but you also have to put it on our Swamp version that has potato processing power. That is insane. I didn't know that Larian had to go through that with Baldur's Gate 3. I'm glad that they didn't, and so now they're saying, but this other company is saying that that's not the issue. At least we'll see here in a second. Yeah, have to. That is insane. So if you want to publish it on the X, you have to put it on the S, or vice versa, or whatever it is, right? That is fucking insanity. But supposedly other problems for this game, yeah. But it sounds like Larian was somehow able to get around that, probably just because of how big that game ended up being. The context is open, a store page and submission. Xbox context is open, a store page and submission. We've Xbox Series X and S version ready, but we can't proceed with submission and release. I spent a lot of money for porting and they've decided to ignore us. Okay. Community manager known as Creatura said, "We are calm," in response to fan question and speculation. "I think this person is coming up with their own conclusion based on nothing, because we've never mentioned Series S and we're not paid by Sony." JAMA Games CEO Jackie Greco had some stern words to share on the matter. "You can ask Xbox why they haven't answered us for 2 months. Obviously, they don't care about Notria and they don't care about you. The context is open a store page and submission. We've had Xbox Series X and S version ready, but we can't proceed with submission and release. I spent a lot of money for porting and they've decided to ignore us. It's not a great look for Xbox, and it's not the first time we've heard criticism of Microsoft's certification processes for games and apps alike." This is crazy. So they just they submitted their port and everything, and they're just getting ignored by Microsoft at this point. That's what it sounds like to me, which is still crazy. That's fucking crazy. Inotria, The Last Song is an upcoming PC and PS5, formerly Xbox Series X and S, Souls-like based on Italian folklore. The game has already been delayed once on Xbox previously, but now it's delayed on Xbox indefinitely. In comments, the developer's Discord, JAMA Games CEO blamed Microsoft for the delays, stating that Xbox hasn't responded to their queries for over 2 months. So just a little TLDR. Yeah, it's crazy. It sucks that has to be the thing, though. All right, let's get into this next one. So this is an article by Ryan Dinsdale. Rocksteady is reportedly laying off some staffs following the Suicide Kill the Justice League flop. Something I kind of was expecting to happen. Unfortunately, just kind of something with a game this big. Kind of saw that it was going to be. Rocksteady Studios has reportedly laid off several staff members as a result of the disastrous release of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Anonymous employees told Eurogamer that Rocksteady quality assurance team had been cut from 33 members to 15 with poor sales from Suicide Squad. Cited directly, Rocksteady's management has allegedly acknowledged product quality will take a hit as a result of the layoffs, as remaining QA testers struggle to uphold the same standards as the team once doubles inside. The 18 staff members affected reportedly included junior employees and veteran team members who were at the studios for more than 5 years. So I kind of I kind of figured this was going to happen. I'm kind of surprised that it's QA people, but yeah, unfortunately this game just it was such a flop, and it's not ever really regained any kind of footing or even gotten any footing since. And so yeah, just I figured it was a matter of time. They were going to let some people go. Again, surprised that it's QA people. They're like letting them go, like, you guys didn't quality check this for fun. you guys didn't see if this game was fun, and you said it was quality approved. Yeah, no, I don't want to joke about them losing their jobs. That's not fun, but it is crazy that that's like the thing that they were going after. Oh man, back to back too. I forgot about this. This is also an article by Ryan Dinsdale. Until Dawn remake developer Ballistic Moon lays off several staff, which is crazy. Ballistic Moon, the developer behind the PlayStation 5 and PC remake of Until Dawn, has laid off several staff members. Eurogamer's first report that at least 2 staff members had announced their departure on LinkedIn, but 11 Ballistic Moon developers have now either posted about being made redundant or marked themselves as open to work and looking to start somewhere new immediately. It's unclear exactly how many of these staff were laid off or if the number is greater than 11, but IGN has asked Ballistic Moon for comment. So yeah, this development team, Ballistic Moon, is making a remake of Until Dawn. The game is supposed to be out in October or something, but yeah, another crazy one. Why? Maybe it's just, you would think that with the game coming out, pretty soon, that you would need them, because you wouldn't think you would let them go right now. Like, this is not the time for it, because you want to release your game and then you have some like after game care that you need to do, right? All right, let's get into this next one. This one was dropped in here by Plenty, our good friend Hello Plenty. And this one I kind of wasn't even thinking of, but it is a great one to throw in here because it is gonna be fucking chaos. This is an article by Stacy Liska. Wendy's may or may not be releasing a Krabby Patty. Here is what we know. All right, this is gonna be all kinds of bad. How do one close? There we go. Did you grow up wishing you could live in a pineapple under the sea? Well, you may have aged out of that particular dream. We bet you still fantasize about biting into a Krabby Patty. Luckily for you, it seems as though Wendy's is trying to make that a reality. In late August, a Reddit post quickly went viral on the r/SpongeBob subreddit, which claimed to show a leaked internal memo between Wendy's and Paramount, providing that the two are in cahoots to bring the Krabby Patty to life. As the memo reads, starting on October 8th, get ready to deliver the magic of cultural phenomenon, SpongeBob SquarePants, to celebrate the show's 25th anniversary this year. Wendy's will introduce its own version of SpongeBob's iconic Krabby Patty as part of the exclusive Krabby Patty collaboration with Paramount. The memo adds that this will be a limited time offer meant for adult consumers and fans across the US, Canada, and Guam. Interesting, Guam. But that's not all. With the new burger, Wendy's will also introduce a new frosty flavor of what else but the pineapple under the sea frosty. Oh, noting that the memo continues, noting that the meal will include a Krabby Patty, which is a premium cheeseburger topped with fresh produce and a secret Krabby Patty sauce. It will also include that pineapple under the sea frosty, which is the brand signature vanilla flavor swirled with pineapple mango puree. And finally, the meal will also include hot and crispy fries as the perfect complement. Plenty also kind of mentioned that she's like, this is gonna be chaos, and I agree. It's just I feel bad for the Wendy's workers. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's hit up this last one real quick. This is I don't believe Ryan Ellis, who is the game director of Firewalk Studio, posted on PlayStation blog an important update on Concord. So I already know what this is about. I figure we'll go through it and then we can kind of talk about it a little bit after the fact. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everybody who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and passion and the passionate community has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonate with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game in our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, which is 3 days from now, and explore options including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately and will begin to offer full refunds for the gamers who purchase the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchase the game for PlayStation 5 or PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Customers who purchased from other digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information about the refunds from Steam and Epic can be found below. Once refunded, players will no longer have access to the game. We'll keep you updated, and thanks again for to all the free gunners who have joined us in the Concord Galaxy. So, I talked about this I think a little bit last week, maybe a week before. Concord, when it released, had a really, really low player count. And it's just struggled. It struggled to stand out in the way that it should. And I kind of speculated that I thought part of it was because they were a paid game in a sea of free-to-play games of the exact same kind of game type, genre, and everything. So I think it doesn't surprise me that they're going to take it down. It does sound like they're going to try and release it again. My speculation, and I believe it was a good friend titled Taint, who's speculating as well that they're going to go to free to play and they're going to figure out a way to do this in that kind of way, which I don't think is a bad idea. I think that could give the game a bigger player base because, it's free to play, gives more people to kind of be able to get in and check it out, and then they can find their way to make money on some kind of cosmetics or store or something like that. They can kind of do some of that. But yeah, it does not surprise me that this is going to happen, or that this is happening. But yeah, sounds like on this Friday is this Friday is the day they're going to go ahead and they're going to pull that. And then, if you need to get your refunds, make sure you do so. Man, so sad though. All right. I think that's it for the news for today. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys all coming out. That is going to go ahead and wrap it up for the news today. We'll hang out a little bit on the other side. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I'll see y'all on the other side.